Good day everyone. So Noob Action here asked me, well, I cleared floor 12, but I cannot beat Thunder Manifestation in time. I hate him. Any tips? Okay, so let's go through floor 11, the entirety of floor 11, and then let's see how we can beat Thunderbird. So at the end, we can see here he is. And what we can also see is that in the previous two chambers, we've got a bunch of cryo enemies as well. So what character in the game can auto-target Thunderbird and can also deal with a lot of cryo characters? Well, unsurprisingly, that's going to be Klee. There's no other character that really fulfills that role as well. You can also use Xiangling and Tu Tao just for the cryo enemies, but they will be more difficult to control against Thunderbird. But Klee is a definite sort of must. So what I would do is I'd use Sucrose for a bit of crowd control, Klee. And now what we want against Thunderbird are other units that have like auto-targeting in their kit. So someone like Xingshu with his rain swords, Kokomi with her fish, Yelan, any one of these characters will be very, very good because it means you need to move around a lot less because of the fact that they've got enough range to attack Thunderbird, and even if he moves from side to side, you have less time to travel. So effectively, you have more uptime, you can clear the chamber faster, and then hopefully get the full 3 stars for that floor. We can't use Yaimiko, unfortunately, because she is Electro, and unfortunately her range is a bit sort of dampened at C0. At C2, obviously, she has the full range. So what I'm going to do is use Kokomi and Xingshu. I think a lot of the more recent players might prefer Yelan and Xingshu, but yeah, that is what I will go for. And yes, this is not my C6 Kokomi. I'm on my alternative account, so this is just a C1 Kokomi and a pretty average build, and most of these characters are average build, a C0 Klee and just a stock standard Sucrose, so nothing too big. Second half you can do whatever you want, so I'm just going to pick a random assortment of characters, so just multicolored, there we go, and let's see what we can do. So the focus is going to be on how we can actually beat Thunderbird. For this you can pick any buffs, whatever you think is the best for your account. And right, so let's quickly go into it. So immediately we can see there's a couple of cryo characters right here. So I want to start off with a couple of clean mines. Oops. And now let's quickly get the swirl going. And it's just going to be quickly much beating them up. So there's no real strategy here. There are many ways you can do this. But as you can see, that auto-targeting is just so nice. And now we've got more little characters here. So my best sort of advice here would be to use Klee just to take care of these sort of Hydro Spectres, because we can't actually attack them with the other units. But once they're sort of taken out, you can just, yeah, it'll just be pretty simple. Remember, there's no time limit on this floor, so it really doesn't matter. And now that we've got 2 cryo characters, we can just swap to Kokomi and Xingshu just to take care of them. Look at that. That is the power of that auto-targeting. Look at that range. I don't even need to go to it. So cool. Alright, so here's a bunch of Metachul. I can't always remember what the difference is between Metachuls, yeah, whatever. They've all got all these different names. We're going to do this. Go back to Klee. Klee is one of those characters that has very little energy issues, such a large uptime, and that is about it. Pretty comfortable, nothing mechanically intense, no big strategy, just very simple tactics. And let's just start this floor. Wait for them all to come in. Oh, I did not mean to go into Ayaka. I usually have her like on like button 3, and just hit the enemies. Ah well, and let's just use Raiden Shogun and just finish off these guys. Remember, you don't get any extra points for beating this thing with 100% remaining. It's just one of the clearing conditions, so you can do whatever you wish. Just charge attack into it, a lasso into it, beat up some enemies, smack him. Okay, so that is floor 1 done. Let's go on to the next floor. Skip. Energy recharge is always going to be great, especially if you can get it for Thunderbird. That'll be like really awesome. So a bunch of Spectres, they've been nerfed, so we can actually group them all up. Throw a bunch of Klee bombs at them, why not? And then one big charge attack, and look at that, most of them are taken care of. And here are the enemies at the back. Quickly overlap and oops, I missed. That's kind of funny. Oh well, let's just use Kokomi and Xing Shu and just hit these guys. They don't really have a large HP pool, so this is going to be easy as well. Throw a couple of Klee bombs in. And let's just make sure we've got enough energy for the final floor. So he's got energy, she's got energy. And that should be about it. Nothing big on this floor. Throw some more bombs. Easy. Okay, Venti, show us what you've got. Let's just throw in an Ayaka Elemental Burst. And see if we can't freeze these enemies. Easy. There's a couple of more enemies. And it's your time to shine, Raiden. Pretty easy, pretty stock standard. There we go. Alright, so now let's go to Thunderbird and see how we can best tackle him. Right, so for Thunderbird, I'm not going to give myself any extra buffs. I'll just choose some HP restoring for whatever. So the big thing here is you don't want to use your Elemental Burst immediately. You just quickly want to sort of take down some of his health. So something like this where you can just quickly swap all the bombs, smack him with Xing Shu's. In fact, Xing Shu will probably be fine for to do this with. There we go, so now he's at like full rage. And now you can choose like which characters you want to use. So you can see I'm just using Xing Shu to hit him, but I can also obviously swap to Klee. And I'm just going to let Klee's Elemental Burst do the attack. So it's not that difficult. You can see here I'm doing nothing. It's completely hands off attacking him. And now I can go to Kokomi. And now I can still attack him even from range. So this is so comfortable. It's very difficult to die. Because I just pop a jellyfish, and there we go. You're gonna have to unfortunately hit him with Xing Shu to get yourself batteried up, but once you've done so, it is pretty easy because you can just start hitting him. Let's throw more bombs. So as you can see, he's like flying away, so I just use my Kokomi, even if she does not know Elemental Burst, and I can still hit with Xing Shu's rain swords. It's so easy. Here's another little bit of Kokomi. And once I've got my Elemental Burst, I can just start hitting him again. Even if he hits me, this character is absolutely busted, even at C0, C1. You can see here, it's like so little effort to do this. And once he comes in, you can just sort of hit him. There we go. And that should give you more than enough time, because on this floor you've just got these little 3 mobs grouped up, so they should be easy to take care of. And now let's do this again, but let me show you how to do this like much faster. So purest the health, and immediately we're just going to throw in a bomb, Klee, animation cancel, and see if we can't take him out. This is just the setup phase, so you're just going to stand like right here. We want the bombs to hit because we can get more particles. Let Klee take some of those energy. Xing Shu, there we go, hit him again, go into Kokomi. So important, I want to keep sort of Kokomi's jellyfish here, because it's going to be so important for Klee later on. Because we do need to heal ourselves, otherwise this thing can take us out very quickly. So we've almost got our Klee's Elemental Burst back. Just pop a Kokomi jellyfish, and look at that, your Klee is going to be absolutely safe. And even if he starts running around, we'll just keep on hitting him. Go back to the safety of the jellyfish. And look at that, even if we hit like now, it's not the end of the world. Quickly smack him, give me some particles for Kokomi. Oh, I didn't have enough particles, but that's okay. We can still use the rain swords. Pretty easy, and we still have like more than enough time on the clock. Alright, so yeah, that is how you beat Thunderbird. Thanks for watching. Cheers.